Sorry about that, guys. I just got done drinking some Mountain Dew. Now, I am What If Logic, and we will be doing What If Deku had Broly's abilities. Now that I had some brain food, let's see if I can do this better than what I've been doing the past few times. Now, Deku, he's born with the same abilities and skill sets as Broly. He's born extremely powerful. Like, at the age of 5, he's probably able to rest. Hold on, guys. So, I don't know why I'm paused that, but anyway. So, Deku was born with the same abilities as Broly's, and he had Broly's passive abilities. Like, at the age of 5, Deku's probably strong enough to wrestle with bears and win, because you're probably wondering why Deku would be able to do that at 5 years old. Broly, I'm pretty sure Broly was either 5 or 6 when we seen that little clip of him on the trailer of the Super Broly movie. I'm pretty sure it was him fighting with. Hold on. Now, anyway, guys, sorry, I'm being annoyed. Now, I'm pretty sure Broly was, well, by the way he looked, he was either 5 or 6 when we seen that clip of him eating that one beast, and that thing probably was a few 10 times stronger than that one bug that he was fighting. But because of that, because of Goku, he was 14, or I think he was 12 during the actual Dragon Ball, but I'm gonna say that Broly was probably like 12 or 14 when he fought it. Because Goku was a short-ass person, bro. Like, literally, he was, like, short. For a 14-year-old, he was probably up to my kneecaps, and I'm, like, 5'5". So, yeah. Anyway, so I'm just gonna say at the age of 5, Deku's able to wrestle with bears, basically. And now, I'm gonna be putting Goku in this as well. Goku will have the quirk known as Ape, basically. Great Ape. Deku wasn't born with a tail, so that'll be the unsimilarities in their power. Otherwise, they basically have the same quirk, although Deku's, I forgot to mention, Deku's fucking abilities. He has immense strength, immense speed, actually, I'm gonna say, like, double immense speed. This dude's fast as fuck. He also has durability and stamina. He has the ability to shoot, or to use, bioelectricity. In other words, basically T-beams. Although he doesn't use them as, Now, anyway, although Deku won't be using his bioelectricity or key beams that much, because he could barely control how much he puts into it. So, basically, Deku at the age of 15 is probably a city leveling, he would probably be a city leveling, if he was a villain, he would be classified as city leveling, but as a hero, he would probably be classified as block leveling, but Deku's hero in this What If. Now, Deku's family. He grows up with the mother, his mother being Inko, and his father being Hasashi. Hasashi is around this time because Hasashi is the number 3 hero, and Hasashi's quirk is basically bioelectricity. So, yeah. Now, Hasashi's always been pushing Deku from a young age, and when he trains Deku harder than what an Endeavor could ever do, basically. So, at a young age, the scar on Deku's face, this one, he'll get it from a fight with a bear, basically, because his father is fucking insane, and he'll get other scars on his body from basically training from his father pushing him too hard, him ripping his muscles, and yeah. Now, of course, Deku is going to have a problem with basically speaking to people. Also, he probably won't be that smart in this What If because, his father only basically had him focus on combat training instead of basically pushing his mind. So, Deku's a little bit slower than everyone else in the What If. And I did a poll asking if you guys wanted me to do more with my romance in my What Ifs. So, I'm going to be doing mostly, like, I'm going to be putting romance. Like, in this one, I'm going to say that in this one it's Deku and Uraraka, because I can see it. Uraraka, basically, with her personality being a great fit with our silent boy Deku, and in other What Ifs. So, yeah. Now, you won't see it all the time, because I like to focus on the story, other than what would happen if someone liked someone. But, yeah. Now, Deku, he's basically 10 years old when Inko had enough. She called the cops so fast that she didn't even realize what she was doing, and the father was arrested. Deku, he was basically, finally left to actually do school stuff, but Inko realized how slow he actually was, how far behind he was. So Deku's 10 years old. He would probably be like around 3rd to 4th grade level. So, yeah. So you're probably like 10 years old. That isn't that far back, but at 10 years old, you're supposed to be either in 5th grade or 6th grade. So, yeah. Now, Deku, he tries to catch up for the last 5 years, but yeah. But his life with his mom isn't the same as it was when he was first not diagnosed as a quirk, well, with a quirk. But, it's basically quiet around the house. So, yeah. Now, Deku, he's 15 now. And he's basically, well, Inko asks him if he wants to be a hero. She tells him that he doesn't have to if he doesn't want to. Now, Deku, he looks at Inko and he's like, yeah, I'll be a hero. As she's like, but like I said, you don't have to if you don't want to. And Deku's like, nah, I got this. Now, Deku does have the legendary Super Saiyan transformation, and you probably won't see me, or not see me, you probably won't hear it for a long time, because the legendary Super Saiyan transformation and the Wrathful transformation, they are basically like friendly fire. Deku will attack his friends or anybody at that matter. Probably not Paragus, sorry. He probably wouldn't attack Inko in his Wrathful transformation, but anybody else is fucking dead though. But his LSJ transformation, you might see it in the movie, or basically in the movie arc of My Hero. I'm pretty sure it's called Two Heroes. So, you'll probably see Deku using his LSJ. Oh, it's called LSSJ, right? Yeah, it's called LSSJ. You'll probably, or basically a legendary Super Saiyan for all those normies, or full power Super Saiyan, you could decide. But, yeah. Now, Deku, he's basically in class, and actually he's been homeschooled. So, yeah, for 10 months, or the 10 months of training is basically Deku going out into a forest and fighting with bears, basically. Now, at the 8-month mark, something happens. Now, Deku is basically in the forest hunting with his mom. Basically, him and his mom went out into the forest, and since Deku spent most of his life in the forest, he would probably know basic hunting skills and all that. Oh, I almost dropped my phone. He would probably know basic hunting skills and all that. So Deku's basically hunting food, fishing for Inko, as Inko is just sitting down, because Inko is developing basically a problem with her leg, so her lower half is starting to give out on her. Another reason why Deku's being a hero. So Deku's basically picking up some fish, and basically he hears a family screaming. So Deku looks over towards the direction as he drops the fish and rushes towards them. Now, Deku rushes towards the direction. As soon as he gets there, he stomps on a bear's head. Now, Deku wasn't the only one rushing to that scene of issue. Now, because there was a spiky-haired person wearing an orange gi. As he's like, huh? As both Deku and this person step on its head, or the bear's head, saving the life of a family. Now, Deku drops it, well, basically, who had a fish in his mouth, looks over as he's like, huh. As Deku would grab the fish, and he would basically grab the head of the bear. Not the head of the bear, but he won't chop the head off. He'll basically grab the bear by its arm and start walking off with it. Now, the family was basically just shocked immediately. As Goku, yes, it's Goku, Orange Gi, my guy. If you watch Dragon Ball, you should know what I'm talking about. This is a younger Goku, too, so he's probably like 15 now. So, our boy Goku looks over as Krillin, yes, Krillin, and Master Roshi rush by. Now they're like, huh? Oh, you got here in time, Goku. And he was like, well, the Master Roshi would ask, what was the issue? And Goku's like, oh, it was a bear. But some guy managed to get it before me. As Goku starts to laugh. Now, Krillin's quirk. His quirk is basically, I'm just gonna say that his quirk is, his quirk is basically solar. I'm gonna say, Krillin's bald head. I'm gonna have to create a quirk on the spot real quick. Hold on. So basically Krillin's quirk is called solar, I'm just gonna call it solar, panel. Basically, Krillin can absorb sunlight, release it from his body like a solar flare, from his forehead to be exact, or he can make a Kienzan? I'm pretty sure that's what the not solar. I'm pretty sure that's what they call the Destructo disc, the Kienzan something. But yeah, this Destructo disc is basically him focusing all that solar energy into either a disc of destruction or a ball of energy, which the Destructo disc can cut through literally anything. So think about all the times that Krillin could have saved the Z Fighters by, I don't know, throwing a Destructo disc. But anyway, now, our boy Deku is walking off back to his mom. Goku, being interested, rushes past him, and he's like, yo, as Deku looks behind him. Now he's like, what do you want? As Roshi and Krillin are just looking at this kid who is dragging a bear by its foot, or its head, in a direction. Now Deku, his height is about like 8. Yeah, he's just 8. He's standing at, I don't know, 8 feet? Yeah, 8 feet. And he's basically pretty muscular. And just, hold on, I have to find a good picture. So you see this black thing on Broly? He's basically wearing that with a bear hide on. So, yeah. So he's wearing that with a bear hide. Now Deku looks back at basically Goku, and he's like, yes, do you need something? As the family that Deku just saved are just too shocked to ever do anything, so they would just take their daughter and run off. Now Goku says, you're pretty strong, huh? And Deku says, I would think of myself that way, as he doesn't really like to speak in complete sentences, but yeah, he likes to finish off a conversation with just one word, but if he has to use it complete sentences. Now, should I put Chilai in? You guys tell me. So I might do a ship between Chilai and Uraka, or just Chilai or just Uraka. You guys can just tell me down in the comment if you want our boy Deku to be, riding. So yeah. So you can you can just tell me if you want Chilai in the story, and I'll just slip it right in there. Now Goku's basically like, hey, you want to fight? As Inko rushes towards the area that she's seen Deku rush off to. So she's like, you can't have me running like that, man. And Deku's like, sorry, ma. As Goku just looks at him, he's like, oh, is she your mother? As he was like, do you mind if me and your son had a fight? And Inko's like, absolutely not. And Goku's like, huh? Why not? As Inko would explain to him that Broly might, or not Broly, sorry, I'm just thinking about Broly. She would say that Deku might lose control, and that she wouldn't be able to save him. Basically, she just wouldn't be able to save him. So, our boy Goku, yeah, he's basically just too insistent. She's like, alright, you boys, but no using quirks. Because she knows that Deku does do he did study a type of martial arts with his father, who he doesn't speak of anymore. But yeah, Deku does share a love with his father. That's why he still wears this thing. But just imagine this thing right here, but it's brown. Because that was the first thing that him and his father hunted and killed together. Now, Deku looks towards his mom. He's like, oh, okay. Because even Broly had those temptations of fighting. So I'm not getting rid of that either. So Deku puts the bear down as he says, all right, let's go this way. As Goku starts to follow Deku, Roshi and Krillin behind, and Inko, because she's worried, and she also does have the shock thing, just in case Deku loses control. That's basically been a way for her to calm him down, and she says that it hurts her more than it hurts him, which emotionally, yes, it hurts her more, but physically, yes, it hurts him more. So, yeah. Now, she did get did get permission from the state to, administrate this shock treatment, just in case he loses control, but don't be too crazy with the button. Now, Deku, he takes, shut up, what am I talking about? Deku takes, our boy, how am I mixing them up? So Deku takes our boy Goku out into an open field. Now, of course, I'm putting Bardock, I'm putting Vegeta, and other people in this as well. So, yeah. I would rank Bardock at the number 2 or 4 spot. No, Bardock is number 4. Number 2 would be King Vegeta. That's his hero name. Bardock just runs by his name because he doesn't like hero names. But yeah. Now Deku, he takes them out to the open field. As he's like, alright, let's begin. As he steps to the side, or he tells everyone to get to the side as Goku rushes towards him and throws a punch. Now they're fighting like normally. Like they're not using their super strength, their super speed, or any of that. They're just using their strength. Well, they're using their normal strength and endurance. They're not using super strength or anything. Now, this is just a fight to see who's better in combat. Now, Goku is shorter than Deku, so Goku normally has to jump up to get actual hits off. But then slowly, they start to, break the rule that Inko set with about no quirks as they start to speed up a little bit. Now they start to basically they're basically flat out punching. It's like that fight with All Might and the Nomu. Now, after they finish this clash of fists, Deku would punch Goku, sending him flying straight, basically to the ground. They weren't off the ground. They were still standing on it, but it basically just sent Deku... Sorry, Deku and Goku are just too similar to me, but the punch that Deku delivered to Goku sent Goku to his knees as Deku got ready to throw a kick, which he threw the kick and Goku flew into a tree. This fight was just to prove that there is basically the gap between Deku and Goku is huge, just so the people are like, you're putting Goku in this? No way! Or if you were to get triggered if I put Goku in this this fight was to prove that Deku is stronger than Goku at the moment. So, yeah. Deku is ultimately the winner because Goku didn't really lose. It's just that Inko said that I told you not to use your quirks, but instead you refused to listen. So she basically, ended the fight there, and basically Deku and Goku part ways. As Goku asking Deku if he was going to UA, with Deku returning with a simple nod, and he walks off with his mom. Now, oh yeah, tomorrow's Friday, and I'm putting up a poll directly after this video. So basically, you guys can pick between what if Deku was an Arcosian, the movie, or what if Deku had Jiren's abilities, the movie. But yeah, those two you could pick. I might put 4 options there, so you guys can just check that out. So now, Deku. Oh, the light goal for this one, there would probably be 50 because I have to do the basically Sharingan one after this one. But yeah, now Deku after returning back to their camp, Deku does skin the bear, he feeds his mom, and he basically goes to sleep. Deku's a mama's boy in this one, although he does share love for his father. So, yeah, I'm rolling in bank right now, because I got me $50 on the way, I got me 60 coming from my mom, and basically some more money coming from all around too. I'm basically swimming in dough. What do I need to animate? I'm just gonna hire some people to do the work for me. I'm just kidding. But, yeah. Now, I'm stupid to the point where I just realized that I can use actual pictures of myself to draw better. Like, I was basically, yeah. And, today, I drew the first female that I've ever drawn in my entire existence. I know, you're probably like, that's not possible. I have attempted before, but I gave up halfway because, it's just that their body is just weirdly shaped. To me, like, drawing a female's body is extremely hard to me. So, I finally figured out how to draw it. And, yeah, just telling you that. But, back to the story. Now, I think I left it off at the 8-month mark, but 2 months go by as Deku is now walking into UA, and I will leave it off at Deku taking the entrance exam. Well, not entrance exam, but I'll leave it off during the combat exam. I'm pretty sure that's what they called it. So our boy Deku walks into UA, and a girl bumps into him. And she's like, oh, sorry. And then she would look up, and she's like, oh, it's you. You're the one who saved me from before. Which 2 months ago, that was Uraraka and her family. And she would be like, thank you. And then she would ask if you knew where that other dude was. which Deku would look down at her and he would say, he was supposed to be trying to get into UA, which with his prowess or with his abilities, he would definitely make it in. So if you make it into UA, you probably see him. As Deku walks past, giving her a simple wave and walking off. Now, like I said before, tell me down below if you want Chilai in this, and also tell me if you guys want a ship between Deku and Uraraka, or Deku and Chilai, or just both of them in general. And yeah, Deku gets into the exam, and he's basically huge. So Deku is sitting up tall, or basically just straight, as Ida's sitting directly behind Deku. So he's like, "Are you serious?" He'd be like, "Yo, bro, can you like move?" As Deku says, "Oh, sorry." As he would basically just slant down, which doesn't really help Ida's case. So Ida's like, as he's basically just stands up and tells Deku just to move in general, which Deku says, "Oh." As Deku gets up and moves a seat. No, Ida's like, "Thank you, my guy." As he's like, "All right, you, Mike guy. Why?" He's like, "Why didn't you explain the zero pointers?" Which President Mike is like, "Oh, I'm glad you explained," as he would explain the zero pointers. Now Deku, he would just absolutely barely pass the test. So yeah. For right now, I really don't know how I did this story well. I mean, I have been trying to make this story, bro. Like, literally. I have remade this story over 6 times. If not 10 times, okay? So, yeah. Please show some support on this video. I am planning on monetizing my channel. So, if you're a little kid watching YouTube on this, you might not be able to watch my channel for long unless you make another channel or make another Gmail to come over here. But I'm monetizing my content. So yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day, and screw you for making me work this hard, basically just to make this one video. So yeah, goodbye.